matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll start with the option.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st and 10, Watson.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Ready up! Go check! Go check! Ready!
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you professed. So go ahead, continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Running left, Taylor.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth this salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on.
On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 29, Watson.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
They find some open field here.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On first down, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper from 6 yards away.
And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Chubb again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
York able to send this one through.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guy.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Come on.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 11.
He'll check this one down to Taylor.
And some space here. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
Shoves him aside. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Pass the street. Pass the street.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On the option to give to Taylor here.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ready, go.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Watson on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Yannick Ngakoue. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Watson now to throw.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
65 catch.
They'll look to throw here.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Mustang 19. No, Reed. No. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to roam now. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Watson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
19 tights. 19 tights.
He'll drop to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
18 rattle.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hurt. 79 Broncos.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown. David Njoku. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36.
19 right.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 50, it's Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take and blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
18 Cardinal.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And some room to work. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. The Browns drive about to get started.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment. but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. First carry for James Conner. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Chubb. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. York able to send this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So defensively, they made the move to try and freeze out the kicker, but he steps up and he says, ice this.
And you talk about ice. How about the ice running through his veins? He just steps right up, calm as he can be, and drills it to give his guys the lead.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a 1st down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the option, here's Taylor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. On play action, they'll throw.
And he'll find Pittman.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
18, pioneer.
Back to throw. That is caught at the 7.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Colts 34, Browns 23.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Browns drive about to get started.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You know?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Here's Watson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
Another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's fine as her and her friends. Big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the ain't no way. Somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. It be coming like this on the intro, what they here for. If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they know my cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn,